This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to share with you this incredible new roulette system that was just emailed to me by one of my subscribers, George. He said he's been winning money every single day of the week this week at the casino, so he keeps coming back for more. I can't wait to share with you what he's been up to, and let's see if it works for the rest of us. So we're going to place a bet on the first double street to start. And here we go. And I'm going to show you everything you need to know, the progression, and how much you need to play with and all that good stuff. And there is a loss to start though, so we're going to add one more double street, and they're going to both be $10 each now, $20 total bet. And here we go. That is a 16 red, and that's another loss. So if you lose there, what you do next is you double those to 20, and then you add one more for 20. Now you have 3 double streets at $20 each. And let's see what we get here on this spin. That's a 26 black, and that's a loss. So now we're going to take those 20s and we're going to make them 50s. And then we're going to add one more. All right, let's go ahead and spin at 50. Here we go. That's 11 black. Okay, and that's a $100 win. We're up $10. So now we're going to switch sides, and we're going to start with $10 on the right side double street. So when we get a win on one of those, we're going to switch sides, and that's a 32 red there. That's a nice win right off the bat. So we're up 60 now. We're going to switch sides again. And the key to this is the progression, and I'm going to go over all that and how much you need to play with here in a second. That's a 15 black. That's a loss. Let's place that next bet first, though. We're going to put another $10 bet out there and spend $20 total bet here. And here we go. That's a 21 red. Okay, and that's a loss. So we're going to double those to 20. And we're going to add one more. So now we have a $60 total bet on 3 double streets. And here we go. That's a 25 red. Okay, that's a loss. So now we're going to increase those to 50. Then we're going to add one more. So let's do that. Now we have a $200 total bet out there. And let's see what we get here. That's a 10 black. Okay, so that's a $100 win. We're up $70. We're going to switch sides again. Here we go. And let's spin. I'm going to share with you also the how much you need if you bet smaller as well, because I know a lot of you don't want to bet this high, but some of you really like it, and some of you will bet more. So everybody's a little bit different. That was a really nice win there. First spin, and we're up $120 already. So let's go to the 1 through 6 and switch sides again, and we'll go back to our initial $10 bet. Here we go. That's a 27 red. That's a loss. So we will add one more for 10. Here we go. All right, let's see what we get here. That's a 24 black. That's another loss. So we will double the bet and add one more. Now we have 20 on 3 double streets. Here we go. That's a 5 red. We got the win. We're going to switch sides again. Okay, so we're up $150 already. Okay, so let's go ahead and spin here. Okay, that's a loss. So we're going to add one more double street at 10 and go ahead and spin. Okay, when you're using $10 units on this one, this is a $2,000 bankroll system. But you can do that with dollar units and play for $200. Or you can play $5 units and use $500. Or I'm sorry, that would be $900. But I'll go over that more as we go through here. But that's a loss, so we're going to double those But all you really have to do is just use basic math when you are adjusting, the amounts that you're using. If it's a $2,000 bankroll system with $10 units, that's why when it's $1, you divide it by 10, and then you have your 200. You do the same thing for $5 bets, and that's a win there. So we're going to switch sides. We're up $180. All right, here we go on 1 through 6. So if it was a bankroll of $2,000 with 10 and you wanted to use $5 units, just divide it by 2. That's a $1,000 bankroll. So we're up 170. And let's put another $10 bet out there after that loss. But I'm sure a lot of you will want to play dollar units too, where those of you that have the availability to do that, that's just a $200 bankroll. And that's a loss, so we'll double the bet and add one more. So once we have 3 double streets, that's 18 numbers covered. And that's a 5 red. That's a win. Okay, so we're up $210. Let's switch sides again and spin. I'm going to try to play a little bit longer today so you can see what happens when you have bad numbers and good numbers with this system. I think that's really important. But remember to keep track of your bets, and always remember the second bet is the same, but you add one more double street. That's a 3 red. That's a loss. So then you double the bet, 10 to 20, and then you add one more. And when you add one more, now all of a sudden you have 18 numbers again. So you at least have almost a 50-50 chance. Not quite, but because of the 0 double 0. But there's a win. So we're up 240. We're going to switch sides again. And you could cash out right now and take $240 home. And but let's keep playing and see what happens when we have some tough numbers. And let's add another double street at 10. So that's the first step. Now we go from 10 to 20. And here we go. That's a 24 black. That's a loss. So then the next step again is to double the bet and add one more double street. And then again, like I said before, then you have 18 numbers covered. And that's a 36 red. That's a loss. And that's when you go ahead and you change them to 50. And then you add one more and spend. Then you have a $200 total bet. And here we go. That's a 32 red. Okay, so that's the first time we've gotten this far. And what you have to do now is that $50 bet is going to turn into a $300 bet. And man, this is going to really pay off when we hit. But this is what he does. And this is why you need the $2,000 bankroll or $200 bankroll with dollar units. And he says it's worth the risk because he almost always hits it. And then he goes home with money. So let's see if we do. That's a 27 red. And that's a $300 win. We're up $250. So now we're going to go back to the other side after that win. And that's the right side. And if you don't want to take that risk, you can always just do it with one less and stop at the $50 bets. But that's up to you and your risk tolerance level. The other thing that he says that he does is when he hits a 0, he doesn't progress. So when he hits a 0, he doesn't go forward in the progression. So that means we're going to go one more bet with just 6 on there. And I do this a lot with Play Like a Pro too, where and look at that. We got it on the next spin. That's fantastic. So we're up 290. Let's go ahead and spin. And I do realize that final bet is extremely high. And excuse me. Let's add one more bet there after that loss. Okay, $20 total. And let's spin. That's a 9 red. And that's a win. So we'll switch sides again. We're up $320. And let's see what we get here. That's a 5 red. Okay, that's a loss. So let's add the next one. And spin. Here we go. That's a 10 black. So that's a loss. So again, the next step is to double and add another double street. All right, let's spin. Here we go. Ooh, that's a double zero. So again, he says not to increase the progression when that happens. So that means we leave the bet the same and we don't increase when we hit a zero. So let's see what happens after that. That's a 25 red. And we got the win. So he says that protects his bankroll. He says almost, and I noticed this myself, we're up 290. I noticed that almost always when I lose my bankroll, there's a zero or double zero involved or more than one of those. So that's a good protective measure, I think. I definitely use that with Play Like a Pro. And sure, it costs you like $10 at the time, but you know, what's $10 when it's compared to your bankroll size? And there's another zero, so we're going to do that again. We're not going to increase because we hit the zero. So we're going to stay right where we're at. We're not going to double yet. And that's 11 black. And we got it. So we're up 300. Let's switch sides and spin. Here we go. And that's a 1 red. We went to the wrong side on that one. So let's add one more after that loss. And spin. Here we go. Okay, let's see what we get. That's a 30 red. And that's a win. So we're up 330. Let's switch sides again. And spin. And let's see what we get here. That's a 5 red. And look at that. That was really lucky. That was awesome. We're up 380, so we'll switch sides again and see if we can get some more good wins. And also, we want to see, you know, how this deals with, you know, some tough spins as well. So you want to see the good and the bad with every system, and that's what I try to show you as much as I can. And it's also good too to test it on the simulator, you know, before you use it on at the casino also. And the more reps you get in, the more you'll realize, you know, what the possible outcomes are. So we lost there. We're going to double and add a double street. So now we have 18 numbers covered and $20 on each double street. Here we go. That's a 3 red. That's a loss. Okay, so we're going to go to 50 now. Whoops, hit the wrong button there. Here we go. There we go. $50. And then we're going to add one more double street at 50. Let's back one of those up to get the bet right. So we have $200 total. And let's spin, see if we can get a win here. That's an 18 red. And we got it. So that's a $100 win. We're up 390. We'll switch back to the other side again here. And here we go. That's a 10 black. That's a loss, so we'll add our double street and spin. And here we go. That's a 26 black. And that's a loss. One other thing to remember, though, is that if you have a $1,000 max bet on your table, you won't be able to make that final bet. So you might want to play $5 units so it's not over the table maximum. So remember that as well. Let's double the bet and add a double street. Or for some of you that might not want to place that final bet, that's okay as well. I mean, it's all never play with money that you can't afford to lose, and you know, always play well within your means. We lost that one, so we're going to increase again. So now these are going to go to 50, and we're going to add one more. Now we have a $200 total bet. And now we have 24 numbers covered. That's a 32 red. All right, so you're going to get to see that final bet again. Again, if this is too much or if it goes over your table maximum, start with smaller unit sizes. And these are going to go to 300 now. And this time, let's go ahead and use some larger chips. Okay, let's make sure that looks right. There we go. And let's spin. Now we have 30 numbers covered. And that's a 14 red. That's a win. Your chances of winning are really good with that final bet, but there's always a chance you could lose it. So always remember that. We're up $400 now. Another thing I would recommend, and let's switch sides again, is if you're up as much as we are, definitely don't take that final step because you're already a winner. So, I mean, go home a winner if you have the chance. Don't risk the possibility of going home a loser just because you want to win more. Don't be greedy and just take when you get up a lot, just take it with you. And that's a really good lesson to learn. I know it's hard sometimes. And let's double the bet here and add another double street. But we always remember that I play longer so you guys can see the good and the bad. But when I'm playing with in the casino, and there's another nice win. When I'm playing in the casino, once I get up an amount that I'm happy with, I know that I'm leaving a winner for the night, and I take that opportunity and walk out of there. So that's something that everybody has to learn. And some people learn it quicker than others. And I know it's not easy, especially on the nights where you get to the casino and you're up $300-400 in the first 15 minutes. And then you're like, well, I just got here. I need to play, right? And what I would recommend is if you have friends there and you want to keep playing, and let's double the bet here and add one more double street. If you have friends there and you just got there and you're already up a lot, I would recommend just if you're, just play really small bets on automated or, play penny slots or something. Do something with your friends without risking the money that you just won and go home a winner. So we just won again there. Let's switch sides. We're at $460, so doing really well with this one. But there is always that chance when you get to the final bet that you could get a bad roll and lose. So remember, like I was saying, when you get up a lot, don't risk a whole lot once you're already up a lot. That's a 21 red. That's a loss, so we will double the bet. Sometimes I just do that when I'm showing you so that you can see what's possible. And when you're playing with your own money, take it and run. There's another nice win. We're at $490. All right, let's switch back to the first double street again. We're switching sides after each win. That's a 30 red. And that's a loss, so we'll add another double street. And spin and see what we get here. That is a 5 red. That's a win, so we're up 520. Let's go ahead and switch sides again. And this is doing really well. And that's a 26 black. And let's go ahead and add our second double street. And spin. Here we go. That's a 11 black. Okay, we lost. So we're going to double and add another double street. And spend $60 total now. Here we go. That's a 23 red. And there's another win. So the more double streets you add, the better chance you have of hitting. We're at $550. And let's switch back to the other side again here. And see what we get. That's a 31 black. Okay, that's a loss. So let's add a double street. Here we go, and let's spin. That's a 2 black, and I think that's a win. All right. That's fantastic. We're up 580 now. And let's spin again. Here we go. All right, that's a 32 red. That's another win. Wow. Okay, we're up $630 now. And we've had pretty fortunate spins tonight so far. And just as I say that, we hit a 0. So let's remember, he says that he does not increase the progression or change anything when he hits 0. He stays put, takes a little bit of a loss, and then starts the progression. So we're going to add a second 10 now. And we basically just took a $10 hit. But you know what? That doesn't really hurt you that much when you're up this much. It's much more important to protect your bankroll. And after that loss, let's double and add a double street. All right, now we have 18 numbers, so we have almost a 50-50 chance. Not quite because of the 0 double 0, but there's a 23 red. And that's a loss. So we will change those to 50s. And add one more. All right, $200 total bet now. Here we go. Let's see if we get it. That's an 18 red, and I believe we got it. $100 win. We're up $630. And we switch sides again. So here we go. That's a 3 red. That's a loss, so we will add a double street. Keep the bet the same, but we'll be at 20 instead of 10 because we're on 2 double streets. So here we go. That's a 36 red. I think that's a win. Fantastic. We're already up $660. We'll switch sides again. And man, we're making lots of money with this one today. This has been awesome. And that's a 2 black. I think that's another win. Wow. We're up $710. But man, I'm going to keep playing just so you can see a little bit how to deal with some more losses as well. That's a 13 black. And we're going to add a double street. Now we have $20 total bet out there. Let's see what we get. That's 11 black. Okay, so now those 20s are going to turn into 50s. Oh, I'm sorry, those 10s are going to turn into 20s first. And then we're going to add one more. So, okay, so we have a $60 total bet now. Basically, those 10s doubled. I got one step ahead of myself there. And that's a 1 red. That's a loss. So now they're going to go to 50s. And then add one more. $200 total bet now. Let's see if we can get a win here. That means we're at 24 numbers covered, and that's a 28 black. That's a win. And again, the more double streets you have, the better chance you have of winning. We're up $720. And we'll switch sides again. Here we go. Man, this is doing great. We only had two of the final bets, I think, so far. That's a 34 red. And let's go ahead and place our second double street at the same amount again. Here we go. And that's an 8 black. That's a win. All right, we're up $750. Switch sides again. And this is just clipping right along right now. So let's see what we get. That's a 27 red. Okay, that's a loss. So we will add a double street. And spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 15 black. All right, that's a loss. So we'll double the bet and add one. Now we have $20 on 3 double streets, 18 numbers covered. And let's see what we get here. That's a 1 red. Okay, so now those 20s are going to turn into 50s. And we're going to add one more. Here we go. Okay, $200 bet now. And here we go. That's an 18 red. And that's a win because we had 24 numbers covered. And we're up $760. We'll switch sides again. And you do have a really good chance of hitting when you get to the 24 number and the 30 number bet. You have a really good chance of hitting on those ones. And let's add a double street after that loss. See, we're up 750 right now, and let's spin. Okay, that's a 3 red. That's another win. So we're up 790 now. Let's add another double street, switch sides. And man, this is clipping along really nicely today so far, but let me know what you guys do when you test it in your simulator. That's another win. Wow. We're up 840 now. Let's switch sides again. And man, this is just doing fantastic today. Here we go. That's a 11 black. That's a loss. Okay, so let's add our second double street at 10 each. $20 total. And ooh, there's a 0. So again, the rule is when you hit 0, you don't change anything. You just rebet and you stop the progression from moving forward for one time. So that's a 35 black. Now we will double the bet and add 1. And a lot of times that one time that you stop because you hit 0 can save you on the final bet. And that's a 28 black. That's a loss. So now those 20s will go to 50. And add 1 more. Okay, now we're up $730, and this is 24 numbers covered here. That's a 7 red. That's another win. Okay, so a perfect example here was, though, that last bet was $200, and if we had lost that final bet, once you're up this much, like we're up at 830 right now, we'd still be up 630 if we lost that bet. I would not advise going to the final bet and risk going home a loser when you know you could walk out being up 630 and have a wonderful evening. So remember that, play smart, and let me know what you guys think of this after you test it on the simulator. Always do that before you go to the casino. Always test these out and see how you like them. And the longer you play, the more results you're going to see, and you'll have a better idea of how it will perform for you in the casino. And but that was a fantastic $830 win, and that was a lot of fun. Also, I wanted to let you guys know I have some low roller methods that are on TikTok. I just started a TikTok account about a week and a half ago, and if you want to check those out and you're on the platform, please check out the Roulette Master on TikTok. And also, please keep sending the systems in, because I tell you what, that's what keeps the community growing and helps us keep finding these great roulette systems, is you guys sending them in. There's so many smart people in this community. I think it's fantastic. And remember to send those to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com and let me know who you'd like your system to go up against. That would be fantastic. And I hope you're enjoying the channel. If you are, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Also, if you make it over to my TikTok to see those low roller strategies, please give me a like, share, and follow on TikTok as well. But I totally understand if you're not into that and are not on that platform. That's cool as well. I just wanted to give a few of you an opportunity to see some other low roller strategies, and hope you're really enjoying the channel. And let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this one. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.